President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, was mobbed by protesters during a Jews for Trump rally in New York City. Let's go now to the man himself, Mr. Mayor. Welcome back. Are you surprised? I'm frankly surprised. I know there's animosity, left-right animosity, but are you surprised at the amount of vitriol that you're receiving just because you want to expose what you believe is some important information regarding the Biden family?
This has been going on since I represented the president, this kind of vicious, animalistic behavior. I mean, actually, I wasn't part of that demonstration. I saw it from far away. I saw all these people with Trump signs. That's really the story. Here in New York, that 90% Democrat, there were 50 cars going down Fifth Avenue beeping for Trump, which they have a First Amendment right to do. Meanwhile, Antifa, these Antifa people, started throwing things at them. And then I saw one rip stuff off the car and scratch up the car. So I pulled over. I said to the lieutenant, "You're going to arrest that guy." And he said, "No, Mr. Mayor, you're not the mayor anymore. Our mayor is a moron. He doesn't allow us to do it." So then I thought, well, I'm just going to follow them, make sure they don't get in trouble. And they did. I mean, they had a lot of people and they were cursing at me. I mean, I'd love to have people see the comparison. These group of thugs who look like they haven't had a shower in 2 weeks, scratching up cars, ripping up cars, doing damage. And then a group of very, very nice, called Jews for Jesus, very nice people, well-dressed, well-behaved, just wanting to exercise their First Amendment right and wanting to get it over with fast enough so they go to work the next day. Meanwhile, these bums are probably off to another demonstration paid for by George Soros.
Yeah.
That's the America we're going to get. If we vote for Biden, that's the America we're going to get.
It's a peaceful protest as long as you're on the right side of their opinion. If you're on the other side, it becomes violent very quickly. Mr. Mayor, let's talk. But I want to get.
I'd have arrested every single one of them.
I want to get to some of the stuff that you've been exposing. You've been rolling this out over the past couple of weeks, and I noted that Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, was testifying in front of a Senate panel, and he had said that they will not re-platform the New York Post, who broke kind of the story that you're talking about as well. They will not re-platform the New York Post Twitter account until they pull down all the tweets regarding Hunter Biden. What do you say to Jack Dorsey, the founder, the chairman of Twitter, with this type of censorship?
It seems to me it's gone beyond censorship. It seems to me he's an accessory after the fact to the numerous crimes committed by Hunter Biden, including the endangering of children. I mean, this man is a menace, Jack Dorsey.
Can you expand on that?
Let's not fool around. This hard drive demonstrates numerous federal crimes, including the following in Hunter's own words. I don't want to get it wrong now. I want to get it right because it is very explosive. It says he is speaking to his father. She, meaning his sister-in-law, who he was having an affair with and living with until she threw him out. She told my therapist that I was sexually inappropriate with, and he mentions a 14-year-old girl. When she says that, I FaceTime naked with her, and the reason I can't have her out to see me is because I'll walk around naked, smoking crack, talking tom girls on FaceTime. When she was pressed, she said that I never said anything like that. But the bottom line is, quote, I create and caused a very unsafe environment for the kids. Now, if you look at the photos, you're darn right he created an unsafe environment for the kids. He walked around the house nude, taking pictures consistently of his private parts, sometimes FaceTiming women while smoking crack. It looks to be that he smokes crack twice a day. There are many pictures of him smoking crack. So yes, were those kids in an unsafe environment? Yes. Did anybody do anything about it? No. Is Jack Dorsey covering it up? Yes. I think Jack Dorsey's covering up child pornography.
Okay. So I got to do this because every time I host you, I get the left comes at me like, why didn't you push back? Why? So you feel comfortable with
pushback?
Yeah, I get pushback saying push Rudy back saying that this isn't. Well, here's the question: why isn't law enforcement getting involved?
Because law enforcement is paralyzed. Law enforcement is either anti-Trump, or they're afraid that they will do to them what they do to me. Demonize us, say that I'm a Russian spy, claim that I took money from people I never met, You have no idea the stuff they've done to me for the last year and a half.
So,
I just have been through it so often, and I'm so damn old, I've already had my career. I don't have to worry about a career.
Mr. Mayor,
I've already put people in jail.
Mr. Mayor, you are
plenty of people in jail. These are, to me, these people are a bunch of scummy criminals. For 30 years, they've been selling out the public trust. All you got to look at is his 5 mansions, which he bought on a senator's salary, and go listen to Harry Truman, who said anybody who enters politics poor and leaves rich is a crook.
Mr. Mayor,
you're right, Harry.
Mr. Mayor, you're a former federal prosecutor. You're a former mayor. You're an attorney. You know the law inside now, and you've just made a fairly hefty claim, accessory after the fact, for the crimes of the Biden family. We're talking about Jack Dorsey and Twitter, founder of Twitter, is an accessory to and what you call some federal crimes, including endangerment of children. Those are big. I mean,
there are a lot more. There's bribery. There's extortion. I mean, there's a straight out and out bribe when Hunter Biden says that I get the money, I pay for the family expenses, and I kick back half to Dad for 30 years. He just laid out a 30-year conspiracy to commit bribery, which I could make into a racketeering case.
Yeah.
I mean, why hasn't anybody subpoenaed the records of Joe Biden's homes?
You know, I hear you.
Let's see who bought
and some of the things that they're going after President Trump after for taxes and how much taxes you pay. These seems pretty salacious, pretty damning. Here's the quick question. I only got a minute, sir. If Christopher Wray and the FBI had all this material for all this time, where the hell was the prosecution?
They covered it up. There's no doubt about it. Like they covered up the Brennan.
Why are they? Is this the deep state that everyone's been talking about? Did they want to get Trump out? Is this part of it?
Yes. Yes, they wanted to get Trump out. Yes, absolutely. And when hatred enters your body, your mind, your soul, it eats away at your conscience, it eats away at your rationality, and you become maniacs like these people are. This is completely unjustifiable not to cover this story. It's completely un-American. It's inconsistent with everything we were founded to be. This could be the worst invasion of rights in America. I mean, it's like putting the Japanese in camp, except it's being done to all of us.
You know, Mr. Mayor, we're going to leave it there.
It's outrageous what they're doing.
We're going to leave
Dorsey, whether he committed a crime or not, he's not an American. He's something else. Maybe he's working for the Chinese. I don't know. But you don't cut down information like this. He has no right to say this is not valid. It's in the man's own voice. Yeah. Hunter Biden is telling you he and his father are partners with a Chinese spy chief.
I will tell you, I'm hoping none of that is right, but I'm concerned that it is right, and these things all happen.
You know me for a long time.
I do.
You know
Mr.
me.
Mayor,
Do you think
I'm not questioning your credibility?
It is
I'm
right.
simply saying the people who push back on an interview like this are the ones who want to stifle free speech.
Liars.
This is free
They're liars.
speech. You're allowed to bring this
on.
We'll hear it on the other side as well. I'd love to get the Bidens to come on, but
they're liars.
They hide under the covers, and they will not come on. No one
Doesn't
representing
it make a difference that I come on and they don't?
It does, sir, and I just want to point out
because they're liars.
In the interest of journalism and free speech, we are entertaining this, and I'm just praying against everything that this isn't true. But somehow you have a lot of evidence, a lot of corroborating evidence. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for your time.
It is true.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.